So what I want to talk about now is 2019, what I hope that will hold for me, what my aims are, what I've got planned, what I'd like to do if the stars align. So my big goals in terms of releases, I want to get at least 10 of my Ravenglass books out. So this will start with the Hierophant, then I've got the Lovers, and then this will go on until I'm at book 16. Now it might be that I do 12 books. My aim is to do one a month, but I also know that I've got a 6 weeks holiday in July, August, so I'm considering those months a write-off. As well as the Ravenglass books, I'm also going to do everything I can to get the Black Death books out in the first quarter, hopefully by the end of January. But of course, this depends on my co-authors, making sure that all the moving parts are in place. But I think doing the rapid release, where we're releasing 3 novels over 3 weeks, and really pushing the first book between 3 different people with different marketing strategies, I think that is going to help. Hopefully it'll be a hit, fingers crossed. The covers look awesome, the story's really strong. As well as that, I also want to finish writing the Wasteland series. So this is going to be Cleric of the Wasteland finished. Maybe look for something around the June mark to release. I think in terms of releases, that will probably be enough. I think with the Black Death series, once that is over and we can assess how that's done, we have got another idea for a different series, which is a Space Marine series. Now, if you have read Otaku Stories 3, Symbiote, we really love that concept. We really love that idea. I think it's one that we want to develop. Now, it's figuring out how that's going to be done. Maybe it's going to be done in a little bit of the same way that I'm doing the Ravenglass Chronicles, so doing it as a monthly serial, where the commitment in terms of word count isn't that high comparatively. So if there's 3 of us doing it and we can all put something like 8,000 to 10,000 words in each episode, maybe do a bit of joint planning, that kind of thing, I think that'll be a really good way of doing it. But it's one of those things where we've got to make it work with our other projects, with our individual projects. I think as well, once I've got the Wasteland Book 4 finished, I'll want another new project to do alongside the Ravenglass Chronicles, just so I'm not spending all my time editing. In terms of podcasting, obviously I want to keep on doing my author diary. Once the Black Death stuff is out of the way, we're going to go back to Otaku on writing. And as for Stop Booking Around, that's still up in the air. I need to have a sit down with Russ and find out whether he can do it. I've really enjoyed doing the interviews, but there are a lot of work to organise, there are a lot of work to edit. The whole point of the show is to help a friend do his novel. So that's going to be my focus. If I can do that, if I could do it with just Russ, have the occasional guest, that's the perfect way of doing it for me. Otherwise, I don't want it to turn into a weekly interview show. So we'll see how that goes, basically. As for education stuff, I really want to learn how to do Facebook ads next year. I've been using Amazon ads quite a lot and they've been really helpful in order to get my books in front of people. I think I need to do a bit of an overhaul of my website, so it's more geared towards me as a fantasy author. I'm also going to learn how to play harmonica, because I've been playing guitar since I was young and I can play quite a few instruments, but harmonica's one that I've never really got into. So my wife bought me a harmonica for Christmas, and so I'm going to start learning that. In terms of travel next year, I've got my ticket for the 20 Books Edinburgh conference, so I need to do that. I'd also like to get to Worldcon if I can in Dublin. Now this depends on finances, so if I can raise enough cash to pay for flights and hotels and tickets for that event, then I'll be going there. I'd also like to go to Edgelit in Derby, which I think will be in June. And if I can afford it, maybe next year, or probably more likely the year after, I'd really like to go to another Aviron course. So I went to one of these workshops in 2015, and I think it really gave me a boost to my writing, really gave me focus. I think if I can do another one of those, that'll be really helpful. So in general stuff, I'm just going to keep reading. I want to read more great books next year, and maybe revisiting some of the philosophical texts that I read when I was at university. So that was back 2000 to 2004. And I think my knowledge and understanding of this kind of thing is a lot better, a lot stronger. So I think it'd be worth revisiting and then just keep on writing. I'd love to hear from you. If you've got any questions for the show, please do get in touch. It's john@johncronshaw.com. That's JONCRONSHAW. Or you can get in touch on Twitter @JLCronshaw. So until next time, cheerio.